Hi everybody, welcome back to another Empower Your Voice session. So last week we talked about having a great tone. And a great tone is amazing when there's also great pitch and intonation that goes along with it, okay? Pitch for a singer is simply defined as being able to recognize and understand keys and notes on a scale when you hear them. Now that doesn't mean that you need to know that that's an A flat, that's a C sharp, or that that's an F. But you should be able to sing those pitches if somebody gave it to you, like la, 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 okay? Now, if somebody gave you a melody real quick and said, sing, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, and you were able to spit that back, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-da, that means that you have great intonation, that you have great retention. Now, great retention is simply being able to quickly memorize a melody and spit it right back out, okay? But that's a whole other topic. But for aspiring background singers, that's an important trait to have, an important skill that you need to lock in, okay? So let's move on to great intonation. Now, great intonation is being able to sing notes directly and exactly on the center of the pitch without going sharp or flat or falling in between like this. So you may ask, what is sharp and flat? Let me give you some examples. I'm going to play a note which is directly on the center of the pitch, and then we're going to start off singing directly on that note. Then I'm going to slowly slide down to represent flat, then I'll slowly slide up to represent sharp. Okay? So let's begin. And I'm doing this on la. La. Here I fell all the way under this note. That's flat. Now let's do sharp now. La. Here I slid all the way above. That's sharp. Okay? So it's so easy to fall flat or sharp. You could just get vocally tired or exhausted and everything just starts coming down. Or you could be so amped and excited and just going that you're overshooting all your notes. So it could be simply a matter of how your mouth is shaped. And a simple lifting or lowering of your palate could put you right back in tune. You just have to be aware and let your ear be in tune to whatever the keyboard or whatever the music is. Okay? So great tone and great pitch and intonation are so important because there's nothing worse than having a great tone but being pitchy. It could be a distraction to somebody's ears and they could totally miss like the melodic beauty of the piece or the message in the song. Especially if you're trying to run and you're pitchy, which means like your starting note is off and then after you run down to your ending note, that's off too because you didn't have a firm foundation of where you started. Okay? So, and sustaining high notes, that's not easy either. Like you could hold this big huge note if it's really high. La, and let's just say I got tired. La, and sometimes the key to getting back on pitch is to take a big huge breath before you actually try to sing that long note, which would give you the energy or the stamina to hold that long note. Am I making sense? Okay, stay with me, okay? So one of the best ways to strengthen your ear is to simply invest in a small, inexpensive keyboard like I have right here. I always call these like Tonka things. You can get a keyboard from the thrift store, and it's probably like $3 or $4, and you could just literally go around and hit notes and sing it back. La, 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 la. And try to practice staying right on the center of the pitch. And then I would do that on different vowel sounds. So if I did la just now, do it again and do it on E. E, E, E. Okay? And keep doing that. And the more you do it, the better you'll get. And it'll keep growing and getting stronger. So I've also seen different apps that you can download on your phone for vocalists to help strengthen tone, help strengthen pitch, or like different vocal master things. I would try like searching that and finding out which one works best for you. It might be worth that $1.99 or 99 cents, or sometimes they even have free piano apps if you don't want to do a vocal app. But just try different methods and different ways that might help you be better at this, okay? So a few things to remember. A dead face is a dead tone. Always remember that. And remember how I said that the inner part of your mouth, which is the palate, is like a cathedral. It could either lift or it could be lower. But you always have to have that ready, because you don't know what, especially if you're trying to blend, you don't know what you're dealing with, and you always want to be ready. Okay? So, and also remember to keep the diaphragm lifted and keep your palate, like I said, ready to make the adjustment. And after so long, your ear be so sensitive to where if you're in a concert and it's a lot of bad singing and pitching that's going on, you could literally be sitting here like, oh my God, it's so wrong. It's so wrong. But I would say tread lightly in that, because these are performers and these are artists and they deserve respect. And a lot of times, most of the people that are out there giving all of those major critiques and always have something very harsh to say are the ones that don't have any guts to actually get up there on stage. And being on stage is not easy. You're falling under so much peer pressure and just nervousness, and when those nerves kick in, it's easy to let your vibrato go too crazy, or to be so excited that you go sharp, or so worried and you get depressed in your own mind and you start going flat. So I will always tell people to be easy with the critiques, but this is a skill that you want to have and learn. Okay, so let's work on having great intonation, great pitch, and also a great tone. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week for Empower Your Voice. All right? Bye.